Welcome to Stone Family Homestead. My name is Tanya and I have a few easy dinner ideas for you that we had this week. And then at the end of the video, I've got a couple short clips of the new lambs that we had born this week here. I hope you enjoy and thank you for watching. Tonight for dinner we're going to have baked ziti and salmon fillet, and then we're going to season it up with lemon pepper seasoning. We already got the butter inserted on it. And now that we got the salmon patty, we're going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees and bake it till it's done. For the ziti, we'll boil some water, and I have a 6-pound package of penne rigatoni that we'll put in there, cooked till al dente, which is 7 minutes. So we added a couple lemon slices along with the lemon juice and some parsley flakes on top of the salmon fillet. Once the noodles are done and drained, put them back in the pan. Don't steam up the camera. And then add the ricotta cheese in. We'll be adding a 15-ounce container. And then we want to mix it all around with the pasta. It will slowly melt in and get everybody coated. I'm going to stir this up and I'll come back once we're done with that. Once you get the ricotta cheese combined with the pasta, add about 1/4 jar of marinara or spaghetti sauce on top and stir that in. It'll be a light pink color, and then we'll put that in a baking sheet. Bake it, and I have the oven set for 400 to go with the salmon and breadsticks that we're going to have with dinner tonight. And then once we get it all combined, we'll top it with some mozzarella cheese. Alright, we're going to pour it all in the baking dish. I have sprayed the baking dish. Probably don't have to do that, but I did with some little cooking spray. And then we'll spread this out in a nice even layer. Top it with a little bit more of the marinara sauce and mozzarella cheese. Put it in the oven, like I said, at 450 degrees, and really we're just trying to get the cheese to melt. Alright, so I'm just pouring a little bit more of the sauce on top. Spread it out, and then the rest we'll serve with when we have it. Then it's just coat the top with the mozzarella cheese. And that you go with your heart. However much cheese you wish to have or not. I had maybe a cup of cheese left in here. Just spread it out. And if you want, you can also put Parmesan cheese on top of it too. We're just doing the mozzarella tonight. Then we'll put it in the oven. And with it, we're having the garlic breadsticks. And you just bake them according to package instructions. And here's how everything looks when it comes out of the oven. And here's the plates dished up for the boys. What the meat looks like once it's cooked, and the beans are mixed in along with the taco seasoning. And then I did toast up our chips a little bit in the oven. Otherwise, here are all the toppings that we have for options. So we got white queso, sour cream, some guacamole cheese, salsa, and lettuce. And we do have taco shells too, soft shells, if anybody wants those instead of chips. Tonight for dinner we're gonna have Grandma's famous hot dish. I will brown up the hamburger with the diced up pepper and onion. And once I have that all browned up and seasoned with salt, pepper, and garlic powder, I'll drain off the extra fat. I will be using about a pound of elbow noodles, and I do have the water boiling. You'll cook them till completely done. I got the ground beef in the pan browning, adding in onions and pepper. I have about a half an onion diced, half a pepper, and then season it with salt and pepper. And that you just do to your taste, along with the garlic powder. My burger is still a little frozen in the middle, so we'll be chopping it up as it goes and getting it all nice and browned up. I'm going to mix everything in the pot that I had boiled the noodles in. So first I'm going to add the browned up hamburger, onions and peppers in there. And then I'll add the drained can of corn. Oop. And then we'll add some noodles in. I may have cooked a few extra than a pound, so we'll see how much we actually need. Bloop. We'll start with that. Don't mind the steam. Get that out of there. And then we'll add 2 cans. These are the 10.5 ounce cans of Campbell's cream of chicken. Normally I use the family size, great value. It has a little bit more, so we may have to get another can of the cream of chicken. So, and then you just stir it all together. And my little minion here is gonna help you by stirring it together. Hold on the handle. There you go. You can say something.
Doesn't this look good?
It's a simple, quick weeknight dinner.
That also tastes delicious.
Here's what it looks like once it's all stirred together, and then we'll serve it with some dill pickles on the side and cheese and butter bread. Hope you enjoy and give it a try. See you next time. Tonight for dinner we're gonna make chili. Here's everything that I'm gonna use, and I will show you how I'm putting it together. First we're gonna brown up the hamburger with some salt and pepper on it. Crumble it up into little bits. Once it starts cooking down, I'm going to add the bell pepper, onion, and a little bit of jalapeno. I'll probably put a little bit of garlic powder in with this as well. That way the meat is very well seasoned up. You want to build your chili in good layers. It'll be a slow but long process getting this browned up. And I am using an Instant Pot with this Instant Pot slow cooker that does have the sear feature on it, sear saute. Alright, now that I got most of the meat cooked, I am going to add the peppers, the bell pepper, onion, and jalapeno in. That way it has time to soften up. Granted, it'll soften up while it slow cooks and incorporate all the good flavors and seasonings in. And cook it a little bit longer and add some more. It's all about the layers. Next, I'm going to add the chili packet out of here. In the Carol Shelby chili mix comes a chili seasoning mix, mesa, and then you can determine how hot or mild you'd like it by adding the cayenne pepper into it. So I'm just going to add the chili spice mix, let that bloom up with the fats from the beef, and then we'll add our rest of our ingredients. Alright, here's the chili powder going in. The mesa you add at the end depending upon how thick you want your chili to be or not. You don't have to add it. I generally don't use it, but it also does give a little bit of a corn flavor into it too. It does make it taste good. And then I'm going to add in the stewed tomatoes first so I can chop them up so it's not so many big chunks in there for when we go to eat this. And then I'm going to add a can of the Bush's Pinto Chili Mild and a can of the Bush's Mike's Hot Honey Grillin' Beans. I know they're probably not made for chili, but I figured the little bit of heat that comes with it would be a great addition to the chili. Now I'll have to let you know how it tastes once it's all done. And yes, this is making it beany. And that's okay. And we'll mix them in. And we do like to add some tomato with ours as well. And I'm going to add a quart of tomato sauce. And in my tomato sauce, when I cook it down, I sometimes will put peppers in there. So you may see a couple extra little peppers floating around from that. And sometimes onion. And yes, this is a big old pot, and I'll probably add the pint also to it. Stir it up and let it cook all day on low, and then dinner will be ready by the time we get home. See you then. And this is part of raising livestock. You get to bring some of them in the house when they're born out in the cold to warm them up. And she's sitting on the register vent. Hopefully Mama takes her when we take her back out. And doesn't reject her, otherwise we'll have a bottle baby. And we reunited her back with her mother and brother. Still a little wobbly on the legs, but that's okay.